LSU is now sitting in a very interesting position. They tried to bring over Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma, and instead he chose to go to USC. Billy Napier looked like a great in-state hire, having a great relationship with high school coaches in the area, and he is on his way to Gainesville. Mel Tucker looked like a candidate, but he got a huge raise over at Michigan State, while James Franklin chose to stay in Happy Valley. As the early signing period quickly approaches, LSU is in a precarious situation when it comes to their next head coach. Where should they go from here? Well, let's talk about that. To many, the LSU job is viewed as one of the top job openings in this coaching carousel cycle, with ESPN's Adam Rittenberg writing a combination of location, access to recruits, resources, and high-level success that is matched by few programs around the sport. LSU's team isn't always in the top 5, but always has the capability to get there quickly. LSU's never struggled to attract talent or produce NFL draft picks. Tiger Stadium offers one of the best home field advantages in the sport, and LSU has strong support for facilities and staff. Athletic Director Scott Woodward is a football-focused administrator with deep roots at the school and within the state. Unlike other top SEC programs, LSU is the only Power 5 program in its state and the preferred destination for almost all of its top in-state recruits. With the first few dominoes falling in the coaching carousel this past weekend, I thought it might be a good idea to make a part 2 to my original video I made a few days ago. Early last week, LSU had reported it narrowed down its search to 3 possible candidates: Dave Aranda, Billy Napier, and Matt Campbell. Although a contract has not been signed, meaning anything can happen for now, we will eliminate Dave Aranda, who seems to be happy at Baylor. Billy Napier just signed a nice contract with the Florida Gators, so he is out of the picture for the Tigers now, and something LSU may regret down the road, but only time will tell. Of those 3 names, Campbell is the only coach who is still presumably available. Last week on The Herd, Joe Klatt hesitantly predicted Matt Campbell is going to be LSU's next head coach when all is said and done. Campbell has brought Iowa State into the national conversation over the past few seasons and may have hit his ceiling as the Cyclones head coach. If he takes the LSU job, he will probably have access to better high school talent than he did at Iowa State. He has gone 9-3 at Iowa State previously, which could translate to 10 to 12 wins at LSU. He has 5 consecutive winning seasons in Ames, and before the Campbell hire, the Cyclones had only won 7 games or more 6 times. The issue is, Campbell may not fit in at LSU. Zach Reagan from Death Valley Voice writes, but success at Iowa State doesn't necessarily translate to success at LSU. Campbell has spent almost his entire football career in the Midwest. He has no Southern ties, he has no understanding of the landscape of the SEC. There's no way he's prepared to run a program like LSU, and that's not even the main reason I think the Tigers should stay away from Campbell. The big reason LSU needs to stay away from Campbell because of his corny personality and his lack of killer instinct. Any coach at a Power 5 program should have a goal of winning a conference championship every year. That apparently is not the case for Campbell. I think Reagan's opinion on Campbell's quote about the conference championship goal is a little bit of an overreaction because I think it was just coach speak by Campbell who was trying to spin a negative question into a positive. Sports Illustrated's Ross Dellinger writes, the 41-year-old went 35-15 at Toledo and has gone 42-33 at Iowa State. He lost 5 games this year, a season in which the Cyclones were expected to compete for a Big 12 title. That said, 5 straight bowls in Ames is a strong resume. Campbell may not be the coach Tiger fans want, but there's a reason he has been linked to a lot of big jobs. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Who do you think will be the next LSU head coach? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you are enjoying this video, don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps the video do better in the algorithm. So, Woodward has missed out on 2 big name candidates. But we gotta remember this is college football and anything could happen. So what big names remain? Well, there's a certain NFL coach who's known for turning around programs, and his team currently sits last place in the NFC South. That guy is Panthers head coach Matt Rule. Dellinger writes, Rule 46 is held in high esteem by many athletic directors and coaches at the college level, and some wonder if he's likely to return. It would take some serious money, of which Oklahoma and LSU both possess. He makes about $8.5 million a year. Rule rebuilt both the Temple program and Baylor program, so he's a guy who could be a game changer for the Tigers. The question is whether Rule wants to return to college, and if so, does a school like LSU or Oklahoma want to wait until the NFL season is over in January? Matt Rule would be a huge hire if he is manning the helm for the Tigers in 2022. If LSU is willing to wait until January to hire a head coach, then that opens up the possibility that Luke Fickell could be a potential candidate once again. Fickell has been an honorable mention for a lot of these videos due to the timing of everything. If Cincinnati makes the college football playoffs, that means he won't become available until early to mid-January, which could set a program back when it comes to the early signing period in mid-December. Fickell has also never coached outside the state of Ohio, which may cause some growing pains when it comes to adjusting to the SEC way of life. Fickell may also not want to leave Cincinnati if he gets them to the college football playoffs. They are moving to the Big 12 within the next few years, and if he does leave in the future, he may want to wait for a job in the Midwest to open up. If Woodward wants to really make a splash, Lane Kiffin could be a coach to really consider. Kiffin decided to troll the college football world when he posted a picture of a BMW with a Louisiana license plate. This picture could be to stir the pot, or be an indication that he won't be taking the job. Sports News writes, there's always been the tracking of private flights and photos of coaches at different airports to monitor what's happening. Maybe Kiffin is just trying to join in on the fun. Kiffin has been linked more to the possible Miami job opening, but has Ole Miss sitting at 10-2 and developed Matt Corral into a Heisman candidate. Kiffin is a controversial figure, and it may be hard to get everyone to sign off on the hire if he even wants to leave Ole Miss. If LSU were to go with Kiffin, it would be a risky hire that would either be successful or a train wreck. Mark Stoops wouldn't be the biggest splash when it comes to the LSU job, but has turned around Kentucky into a consistent winner at a basketball school. The Wildcats have eclipsed the 8-win mark 3 of the last 4 seasons and are sitting at 9-3 right now. Stoops has experience navigating the SEC and could be dangerous with the type of talent and resources he will have access to at LSU. Like I said, it would not be the big splash many Tiger fans were hoping for, but he could be someone that can change the culture in Baton Rouge. The issue is, if he leaves Kentucky, I see him more for Oklahoma over LSU due to his family ties in Norman. Many view him as the perfect hire there. Mario Cristobal was talked about as a possible candidate for Florida, but there really hasn't been any traction or links to LSU. He's a proven winner with SEC and ACC ties and knows how to navigate the South. There are a few issues when it comes to Cristobal. The first question you need to ask is whether he would want to leave Oregon with the resources and talent he has there. Cristobal may lead Oregon to their 3rd conference title this weekend if they are able to beat Utah, and basically runs the Pac-12 North. Also, there's a chance the Miami job may become open, and Cristobal is from Miami, and that might be the only job that could pull him away from the Ducks. Also, his buyout is $9 million. One last name I want to mention is Minnesota's PJ Fleck. The 40-year-old head coach has a 58% winning mark and has led Minnesota to 2 wins over the Wisconsin Badgers in the past few years, something that can't be said over the past 2 decades of the rivalry. Fleck hasn't ventured outside the Midwest really and signed a new contract earlier this year, moving his buyout up to $10 million. Fleck may think he's reached a ceiling at Minnesota and may want to win a championship. If everything goes wrong for LSU, Fleck may be a guy to look at. There's also the possibility LSU goes the coordinator route like Mike Elko, Bill O'Brien, or Jeff Lebby. If I'm being honest, I have no idea where this coaching search is about to go. I don't even know if this video will get released before they announce a hire. We are living in a 12 to 24 hour cycle where things are constantly changing. I really appreciate all the support over the past few days, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my other videos right here. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.